Hey guys, hope you're doing well. It's David here, and today I just wanted to explore numbers and sort of talk about how much they come up in our daily life. A lot of us don't fully realize how big of a role they play, and even if you don't like math or you don't know how to do the operations, they're still there, and every day we are computing in our minds involuntarily. I've learned a lot about math and numbers in college and high school, and so I just wanted to start to share some of that information and knowledge with you, and maybe you can start to see it in a new light and really start to appreciate how numbers are basically the language of our universe. So, with that, let's get started. Okay, so to start off, I think there's a really basic concept that will really just help clarify what even are numbers. The main concept to grasp when dealing with numbers is the difference between 0, 1, and anything more than 1. So let's think this through. It's the difference between something and nothing. So when you have something, you have one of that thing. Let's say it's our universe. Let's say our whole universe is something. We have one universe. And let's say there's nothing, zero universes. It's the absence of something. And that right there is where all numbers stem from. So you can have 2, 3, 4, 5. That's just in this category of more than one. So more than something, multiple somethings. And so this is really why numbers are so important, is because we can't even describe our physical world, this realm that we live in, without having something. Another way to look at this is to look at shapes. We see shapes every day. If you go for a walk, you'll see a circle, you'll see a square in the window, or you'll see an octagon on a stop sign. And these shapes inherently have numbers built into them. I challenge you to describe the difference between a circle, a triangle, and a square without using numbers. It's basically impossible. Those shapes are physical representations of numbers. So here's something that we're not actually taught in school when we're learning math, and that is that the symbols that we're using, they stem from Arabic symbols, and they are actually representing physically what that number means. So in the case of 1 in the upper left-hand corner, you can see it has one angle. The number 2 has two angles in it. The number 3 has three, and so on. And this is really interesting because we're taught how to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and we're expected to learn this and almost memorize this process. And we lose touch of what these numbers are actually meaning when we're doing math. And so, if we can take a step back and really appreciate what these numbers are representing, then numbers all of a sudden can be seen in this new light, in this new way of thinking about them. And this brings us to a really long standing philosophical debate. What came first, the mathematician or the math? And when you look at numbers in this new light, you realize it's all there to begin with. The math behind the numbers, that's a human way to describe them. But all these patterns, all of the operations that come out of numbers, adding, subtracting, dividing, calculus, they're all there no matter what. It's just a human way to go about things. And so I really do believe that we are taught mathematics wrong. I think that the way that we're taught it turns a lot of people off right at the beginning because we're expected to memorize and we're even graded on our performance of math, which is silly because it's something that we can't change. We can't, like, decide that the number 9 doesn't mean 9 anymore. It's inherently there. And so I am hoping that this sort of opens your eyes to realizing math isn't all that scary. The operations that we do, they take practice like anything, but it's not something that you're incapable of. In fact, as I end this video, I want to show you that we are actually doing math all the time in our heads, and we don't know it. We're not aware of it, but our head, our minds are so powerful and so smart that we can do math no matter what. And the best example for this is music. So here are some waves, and as you might know, waves are what make up sound, and that's sort of what we hear in our ear. It's a wave of air hitting our ear, and our brains are so powerful they can interpret the differences of frequencies that go into your ear, and they register as different pitches in your head. And this is just insane when you think about it, because this is showing that your mind is doing math. Your mind knows how to interpret math, even if you can't add and subtract or multiply and divide. It is already there inside of you. So there's a difference between knowing math and knowing how to do math. And so this is what's cool, is when you go out there and you're like, I don't know math, I don't like math. That's not true. You actually know math. You just don't know that you know math. So with that, I want to wrap this video up, but I hope this shows you how much math plays a role in our life and in our universe. And I will really do want to create some more videos like this, maybe going more in depth into specific topics of mathematics, and maybe also some philosophical videos about the origins of our universe and where mathematics creates these sort of philosophical concepts that come out of it. If anything, I just want you to have this greater appreciation for numbers and mathematics, and this really does show you why maybe we love music so much, is that we are actually talking to the source of our universe in a way. And not everyone views music like mathematics, but it is so tightly wound up in it, and that's probably what will be my next video, is about waves and vibrations and how big of a role those play. So I hope you have a great day. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.